I remember walking in from the backside of the small gym, and they were doing the senior night or whatnot, and my name was up there. And at first I was like, okay, it doesn't matter. And he started calling me seniors, and then he said, hi man. I was like, I'm not a senior. He was like, oh, you're not? I was like, no.
I like to let Coach know that I love him and I will miss him.
Just basically, I'm thankful for everything you did to me. And this is great. I have a lot of appreciation and respect for you.
I guess I would want Coach to know that he's helped me, like, a lot. Like, to know not to give up on myself, because I used to a lot more than I do now.
My favorite memory with Coach is when we used to go to the tournaments, and I used to wear 2 braids all the time. So he used to like wrap them around and like make a little funny hairstyle in my head. And then he was saying to never take it off. That's cute.
Thank you for helping me with wrestling. I wouldn't have gotten far if it wasn't for you.
I want Coach to know that I love him and I'm gonna miss him when he goes, and I hope to have fun.
My favorite moment with Coach was every time we used to have a meet on Wednesdays. He always used to come by where I used to sit, and he sees me eating, and he always nods his head at me, telling me, you better make weight or I'll make you run sprints. And if I see him coming, I used to give the food or anything I had to my girlfriend so he won't get that mad.
My favorite moment with Coach had to be during the last thing, like duels with the team we went in Delco Center, where I was about to go wrestle, and he's like, get that look out of your face, you look scared shitless. I was like, man, and he was right, I was all nervous, but I think that had to be my favorite moment, because as soon as he said that, I said, I got right back up and all that. Nah, I ain't scared.
I'd like Coach to know that I appreciate him being tough on me, because I know like 90% of the time I tend to act like an idiot, but he put up with it and dealt with it, and him being strict really helped me as a person and me as a wrestler.
My favorite memory with Coach probably on the very first day of practice, because I was wearing basketball shoes and basketball shorts, and I had no idea what I was getting myself into. But that's when he gave me my own pair of wrestling shoes, and I don't know, then I just started thinking about how what the experience was gonna be like, and I kind of like what I got myself into.
Anytime, whenever win or lose on after a match, he would show me exactly what I need to do and what I need to improve on, but he wouldn't do it in a downing way. And after every time, even if I lost in 3 seconds of the match, I felt that I came out as a better person.
Well, I'm just happy that you're my coach, and you made me a better wrestler. But really, it's really an improvement, because I was really bad. I'm still kind of bad, but you made me better. And like I said, it's not gonna be the same without you. And I don't know. I really miss you, and I wish I would have seen you today. Hope I can see you soon.
It would have to be when one of the first days I joined practice, we were running around the courtyard, and I looked at him like I was dying because I couldn't keep up with the rest of you guys, and he just kind of looked at me, and the look he gave me was like, you got this, you can keep going, you're gonna be able to keep running. And so I just kept running, and every time I passed him, I looked at him and he'd give me like a thumbs up, or he'd smile at me and tell me to keep going.
I remember when I came to join when I was on the fence. I came with 2 of my friends, and they stayed for one practice, but I wasn't able to stay. So the next day I went, and they were like, oh, I'm not gonna join anymore. Oh, it seems tough and everything. But I wanted to see for myself. And when I was sitting down watching everyone, you came up to me and you were like, where are your clothes? Where are your practice clothes? And I was like, what? I'm just here to watch. And so yeah, you were like, do you have any clothes? And I said, my softball clothes. And he was like, go get them. So I did. And I'm really glad that I did, because it was that day that that I knew that I really liked the sport?
I probably don't have one specific, but I think usually our times at tournaments when it was just me and him talking while we were waiting for you guys to wrestle. Probably some of my favorite moments when I was beyond the bleachers. Just kind of mostly talking about you guys and mostly talking about just us, between us, like my personal stuff, his personal stuff. So it's kind of where we got to know each other, and then as well as wrestling. So I think those moments were pretty cool.
You're the only reason I stayed in wrestling, honestly. You made me want to achieve bigger things, because I've never really had a sport or anything be quite as hard as wrestling was. I'm the type to just like get out of something if it's way too hard. And you made me realize that. And I know I'm not your best wrestler. I'm probably actually one of your worst. But I feel like I got heart, you know? And if I ever do win a match, it's for you.
Thank you, Coach, for being an exponential part of my life. You made me into the man I am today, honestly. And I owe a big part of my future to you, and I will always appreciate you for that. I know sometimes I was hard-headed or a bit slacking off, which is why you made me run so many sprints that day. But I always really tried hard, and I tried to make you proud, and I know sometimes I didn't, and I'm sorry for that. But thank you for everything you've done, and I'm always gonna remember you. I'm always a phone call away.
Okay, so my favorite moment is probably when we went to state and I won. I beat against that one girl, and I just remember him being so proud of me. And it was like one of the best feelings ever. I didn't know I was gonna cry. When I first joined wrestling, you just took me in like I was like one of your own. You didn't really judge me or anything like that. You just kind of helped me through everything that I needed to get through. And you taught me so many things, not only with wrestling, but with my school and growing up and other stuff like that.
We love you, Coach!
I just feel bad for him. It's it's a hard thing. You just don't know about it yet, you know. It's for wrestlers that have been wrestling for like 20 years. You're not about it yet. You'll get there, Mike. It's cool. But I've kind of laid back on Coach too. You know, Coach Summerfield, because I could have pinned Coach Summerfield too. You know, that's why I never let him test me. And Coach Banda, I mean, like, it's light work. You know, it's light work. None of that much. You know.